Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Nights with your host, Brick Johnson on Conqueror TV. Tonight we have a very special guest. It is the one, the only, Damian Cross.
Good.
Welcome, sir. How are we doing tonight?
All right. Pretty tired, but doing good, so I'll get through this as much as I can.
All right. And if you guys have any questions or comments, just let us know in the comments here for either Brick or Damian Cross. All right, well, let's get started here. How did you get into promos?
Well, being a wrestling fan since, I don't know, probably since I was probably 9 or 10, I've been looking on screen like, you know what, I'd like to do this one day. Because it seems like everybody on there's like, they seem like they're just something else. Seems like they have fun doing their job, doing what they're doing. And I only found out about feds and promos probably, I think back in 2010 when it was just getting fresh and new. When there's a lot of pop and stuff in it. When it wasn't so dry as it is now, but we'll get to that later. But I found out about that. And then one day, Mr. Quack, President Quack reached out like, hey, he's seen me in other promos doing my thing. Says, hey, how would you like to come on over to HSP, try us out? If you like us, you can stay. If you don't, then hey, it is what it is. And then from that day forward, I've enjoyed it. So I found out a lot of stuff about e-petting through Facebook, through different social medias, even through YouTube. People's been doing that. So that's how I really found out about the promo and world and e-petting.
All right. And so before here, were you in any other promo feds?
I was in one that I will not name because we're still on bad terms with each other. But I've been in FBXW, which was it was a fed like this, but we were also ran on the PlayStation 4, the 2K games. And then I was in there's a few more companies I was in also that I won't name because right now they're not here to be named. But yeah, I've been through a few like that.
All right. And how did you get into HSP? How did you find out?
What I did one day, I got a bunch of notifications and I seen HSP was one of the notifications. Okay, I'll click on that. I'll tap on that. I got into the HSP Facebook page. All of a sudden I was watching these cats just going at it just back and forth. I'm like, that looks like something I need to do. So I looked, and then I think President Quack, he was running it. I think either I reached out to him that day or he reached out to me a couple days later. He says, I see where you've been watching the product. What do you think? He says, I'm loving the product. He says, well, how about this? We'll give you a tryout, see what you like and see what you don't like. So I really want to thank President Quack for getting me into HSP pretty much.
And then how was it with being debut? And you just recently had a title match as well.
I did.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but how was it for you from the beginning to where you've kind of progressed to now?
From the beginning, I was what you would call green. I was green as grass outside my back window. So yeah, I was green as could be. Nervous as could be. I know the very first day I got onto the screen, every word, I was stumbling over my words. Words came before my tongue. I was just saying some off the wall stuff. And I look back and I didn't do so good. And I could tell myself that I did not do so well. A lot of people in HSP probably figured that out. He's on here not so good. But when President Quack reached out to him, he's like, hey, settle down, take a deep breath. He said, just think of what you're going to say. He said, don't rush it. He said, just work on it, work on it, work on it. So what I would do, say after I got off of doing a promo or something, I'd go in the mirror and I'd just start shooting promo after promo on myself. Some of them good, some of them bad. But
we've all been there.
As long as I've been here, I think I've been getting a little bit better. I'm not great, but slowly I'm getting a little bit better. than what I have, because back in the day, I was crap in a 10-pound bag. I was 20 pounds of crap in a 10-pound bag when I done my promos back then. But I have a feeling now with the mental capacity I've got, I'm just starting to learn it a little bit more, and I'm starting to learn how to get into it a little bit better.
Yeah, I think we all have that, at the beginning of like we're all green and you just kind of back like, that looks really, really bad. We got a couple things here. We got one from Miss Mary Sue says, hope you get ready for your match. For our
Oh,
match, she
Mary,
says.
now, are you ready, Mary Sue? That's the question. But I'll
And
be
we
seeing
also
you very soon in the ring.
and we got one from Dr. Quack as well. It's like, who is your favorite opponent?
My favorite opponent? Oh, I've got like two. But probably my favorite opponent that I've ever went up against would be Storyteller.
Okay. Interesting.
Storyteller was a great opponent. And then I forgive me, I hate to give him the admiration because you know how much I hate you there, oh Rig. But Rig, you're another good one.
Now, how about
Teller.
now you just recently had a title match. It was actually really, really close. You actually got one of the votes, and it was really close. How was that for you?
That was an eye-opening experience, if I could tell you at least. Going up against a big name promo artist worker as the man himself, as Hollywood Haywood, he gave me a run for my money. Like he actually made me work for what I needed to say on that mic. So yeah, he gave me a really good, shall I say, really good match.
Yeah, I would say you really did step it up because I know you were in that triple threat, and at that part, nobody, honestly, even me, didn't think you were gonna make it. We were thought maybe like Heathen or somebody, and you just blew everybody out of the water. We're like,
And seeing I
whoa.
this for myself, this is me as a worker, as a promo artist. Even I didn't think that I was going to come out with that win at all. At least I thought Mad Dog would have came out with that win, but I was surprised when I got the message from Quack, hey, congratulations, Damian Cross. I'm like, I've got to clean that out of my ears. What'd you say again?
You're like, what? Yeah. Now take us into like your because you do a lot of face painting as well.
I do.
Kind of like take us into that. Like what inspires you
Okay.
to
What
get the
inspires
face
me?
paint or the idea for your face paint?
Face paints, I always loved watching wrestlers that were painted up. I'll take you back to some older wrestlers I used to watch when I was a kid. This is back in like the 80s. There's a certain wrestler in the Texas side of things back in the day known as the Missing Link. Of course, he was the first when it came to like the full face paint.
Right.
And then I got into the face paint really hard when I watched Ultimate Warrior on TV when I was a kid.
Oh, of course.
Then in the WCW days, the old school Sting, the which one am I thinking of? Oh, the one that looks like he needs to hit a few waves, the Surfer Sting. And then I
Okay, the
got
beach
really
blonde
far
one.
more into it when it was like the Crow Sting. And on
Yeah.
top of that, the Crow movie got me into like the actual face paint. And
And
I
of
based some
course,
of it off
Legion of
watching
Doom.
Skeleton War.
And then of course Legion of Doom as well. I think they were
Oh yeah,
I want to say they were probably the original.
Oh, and Action Smash, Demolition.
Okay. Demolition, all right.
Yeah.
And then we also got one from Dr. Quack here. What is it like being part of the Lifeblood?
I love it. It's a great experience. Me and Lifeblood, I know we sort of right now, we're sort of like oil and water right now. We're not really mixing very well. As you can tell by some of the big names, some of the judges, they see we're not sort of mixing real well, but give us time and we can eventually mix. But right now,
Right.
we're still fairly new because I sort of work off of him. He works off of me. It's sort of hard to work off of him sometimes. But yeah, I mean, like, it's a good thing. I enjoy it, though. It's great.
All right, so real quick, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we will be back because we gotta, pay the bills here. So we'll be back with
Like that.
Damian Cross.
FTW Premier Promo League. The Promo Performance Alliance. Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs. The Voice of Honor. And Heart and Soul Promotions presents a showcase for everyone. The Champion Showcase, coming in June 2022.
All right, guys, we are back with Damian Cross. And just think of it. If you would have won that title match, you could have been in the Champion Showcase. Shout out to our sponsors, Crystal Infinity, and then also you can get HSP merchandise and Damian Cross as well at redbubble.com. So we got a few more questions coming up. We got one from Dr. Quack here. He goes, what ritual do you practice before you cut a promo?
Ritual that I usually do, I will turn everything off. I mean, like everything. Lights, any type of noise. I'll even take phones off the hooks to where nothing gets into my mindset. And what I will do, I will just sit down and I will just close my eyes and I will let what I have to bring forth into a promo, I'll just let it go into my mind, and I will restart that every single time. So that's pretty much the ritual that I do.
All right. And then we got we got Rig here that you brought up a little bit earlier. He has a question for you. He's like, Damian Cross, how did it feel to lose that title match? Like, it's a heartbreaker. But you were really close.
The title match to the better person, and I'll say it. The man I went up against, Hollywood Haywood, he was the better person. I'm like, I'm not going to take no slack from him whatsoever. He gave me what he gave me, and I gave him the same back. It could have went either way.
Fan, sorry, not Rig.
But how did it feel to lose the match? I'm not going to cry, complain, and moan about it like other people do. Well, I lost the match against that person. How dare you? That means it was rigged. That means somebody was paid over the table, under the table. No. You just didn't do as good as you thought you did. But like I said, I gave him the best he gave me. So actually, the better man won.
Yeah, actually, historically, right now, I've kind of looked at the historical part, and you're actually one of the only one. I think you're the only one that has a win against him, and he only beat you by 1 point, even though it was a 2-1. You had 1 vote by one of the judges, which I think nobody else has since he's been champion.
Very true.
Now we also have another one. It is, let's see here. From Cody as well. What music do you listen to on a regular basis? Seem like a rock fan, maybe.
Oh, I love rock. So I like anything heavy metal.
Okay.
I like 60s rock, like psychedelic. I love anything Kiss related. There's going to be some people like, I like anything Kiss related. I like anything when it comes to like Whitesnake. I like Striper. I like things like Holy Soldier. There's a band that's out now that's fairly new called Liliac. I like also System of a Down. I like some of the mainstream like metal like bands and everything.
Nice. Like, so outside of like HSP and promos, what other hobbies do you have?
I love to draw. I love to paint. I'm a video gamer. I like comic books. I like movies. I like going out in nature and walking.
Okay.
I like doing basketball. I just like a lot of different stuff. I like going to coffee houses and all that stuff.
And then we got another one from Cody is here. He says he's just kind of curious. What did you say about Rig? Just kind of going back.
So, Rick, I hate to give you a little bit of props, but man, I can't stand you. But hey, it ain't nothing but love from yours truly, Damien Cross. You know, it's got to be a little love from Damien Cross, man.
And then we got another one from Jeremiah here. It says, what do you think of the comments made by Villain on the post show about your match? I mean, he was just going off on everybody.
Right now, Villain really don't matter to me because the bigger picture right now is Mary Sue. So Villain, he can take his words, rolling up real nice and stick them up his nose and just go on somewhere.
All right. And then we got Mary Sue that says, Janessa says, I love Kiss. And then, can you sing Mandy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he wants it. Okay, I got it.
Oh, there's it. Here we go, guys. We got an exclusive from Damien Cross for Mandy.
Oh, Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away. Oh, Mandy. There you go. That's all you get. He has to pay $19.95 for the rest.
And then we got here. How long does it take you to put your full face paint on?
All right, you see the face paint that's on the shirt. Of course, if y'all want this shirt, please go to redbubble.com. But anyways,
redbubble.com.
This whole mask, this whole face, maybe about 15 to about half an hour. Because I'm almost intricate on some of my stuff, and I've took some really good hints from Negan. So shout out to you, Negan. If you watch this, shout out to you. But it really doesn't take long for me to actually do a face paint. Now, if I want to do the whole thing, you're looking about 45 minutes to about an hour.
And then we have, did you say Striper?
Striper, yes. Striper is a Christian hair metal band from like the 80s, and they still do their thing today.
Really? Okay.
Oh, they're great. They are a great band. If anybody thinks, oh, Christian metal, that's kind of stuff, no. Listen to them as you're going to change your mind.
Oh, I know. There's Christian death metal, screamo.
God. Like a lot of, and there's another band that I like called Skillet.
Oh yeah, Skillet's always good.
Skillet is great, man.
Yeah, I'm more like I like Christian, but I'm like more into like electronica and stuff. Like I've seen Family Force 5 before.
Okay, I've never heard of them though.
Did you ever seen Silverline? They're a Christian.
I've heard of them, but I've not seen none of their stuff.
Really good. And then we got.
What you guys say?
What do you think your odds are against Mary Sue?
Well, you got to ask her the same thing. What are Mary Sue's odds against me? But what's my odds against Mary Sue? Well, all I know is it's going to be a good fight. First time I've ever fought a female, though, so it's going to be a good fight.
Oh, yeah. No, they even said, oh, no, to your singing.
Of course. Hey, that's all for you, Rig. That's all for you. Thanks to Brother Quack. That's all for you.
We got one.
Copy out bell, though.
We got one from Facebook here that says tea or iced tea?
Both, but if I have my choice, iced tea all day long.
And it looks like we got a birdie told me odds are coming out tomorrow. So we will definitely see the odd makers for that. Sweet tea.
Well, yeah, I can agree with you. Sweet tea's good, but I like it sweet and I like it cold. I don't like no hot tea.
Wow. Okay, let's see here. We have. I honestly think Mary Sue is going to completely sweep Damien Cross. Oh, come on. I'm gonna say I'm impressed. Like, I feel like he has really stepped up. I think Mary Sue has, and I think it's gonna be a tough match.
I've noticed Mary Sue's promos have been really good so far.
Yes.
Who was it that faced last week and her promos was just on point?
Got another one here. Who do you think will win the gauntlet?
Gauntlet between who?
Well, there's 7 people that are coming up for the gauntlet on the 26th.
Okay, so who are we thinking of?
Well, there's
Is this
Storyteller.
showcase that we're talking about with all the different companies?
No, this is the gauntlet match that's going to have 7 people.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a gauntlet on the 26th, so it's me, it's Tin Man, Storyteller.
Huh?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. There's a lot of people.
Okay.
I can't remember everybody that's
everybody that I'm gonna pick. No, I don't want to offend you, but I've got Tin Man in this.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I will do a decent run. The American Roughneck will be there as well. I think I'll do a decent run. I don't see myself winning because like there's a little bit of ring rust, but you never know. I could really pull it out. I could.
You could be you could be the underdog in this whole thing.
Yeah, Roughneck. It's Roughneck, Tin Man, Storyteller, me. Brick will win. Yeah, because like it says Brick will win the gauntlet. I'm coming with a different mindset this time. I'm actually gonna come with a different mindset, and I know I'm gonna do the best I can. Like Young Guns in there too.
Young Guns. Wow. Okay.
I think Lamar Wallace. I want to say he's in it.
Oh, Mr. Wallace.
Yeah, BoJack Riz, Dax Snow.
That's gonna be a packed card.
I mean, this is a very packed match with a lot of people that's had titles. Like I'm a 4 world champion. There's a lot of world champions in there. There's a lot of titles in there. Like there's a lot of experience. It's going to be definitely an interesting match. Yeah, just kind of like keep going here. What would you say is something that that no one knows about Damien Cross that you would like people to know?
Well, don't know if people know it, but I deal with almost debilitating, shall I say, depression on a daily basis. And that is where I get Damien Cross from. Okay. He comes from a creature of just grief and depression is what I base my character around. I base Damien Cross around my depression that I deal with and my grieving that I deal with. So that's who I base Damien Cross off of. And I base him off of a little bit of Vampiro.
Okay. Now, if you were to give an advice to any new or upcoming promo artists, what advice would you give them?
This is what I'd say. You could be like me day one. I was green as could be, nervous as could be, because I had my very first match against Half Past Black, if you remember. Yeah. And I came in there and I beat him day one. And that was like just surprising me that I beat him day one that I first went in. But I would like to say this to the new flavor of the new blood, male or female. You will be nervous. Your nerves will rip at your mind. Your nerves will rip at your brain. But don't let your nerves overpower you. Just before you do a promo or anything, take a deep breath. Relax yourself.
Yeah.
Relax yourself and just keep to yourself for a moment and then get in there and show them what you got.
Now, we do have something here. And it's something we didn't touch on, and I do apologize till now. But Damien Hot Sauce show.
Okay, that's the thing.
When is the next Hot Sauce challenge?
Thursday, our buddy of mine is off work this Thursday. So I'm going to have him, going to try my best to have him go out to the mall, and I'll go to Pepper Palace. Big shout out to Pepper Palace for my hot sauce. And yours truly would be getting like some hot sauce this Thursday. So look for it, Lord willing, next Tuesday.
All right, we got one here. Would Damian Cross ever want to do a singles live match?
Okay, what does he mean by that? I don't get it.
So a live match is where it's recorded live, like you did in your tag team match. It's live.
Oh, that where it's just
one-on-one. Yeah.
Oh, I'm up. Hey, sign my white butt up. I'm ready for it.
And then, while we're kind of wrapping this up here, what do you have for like the guys and girls here in HSP? What's something that you want to tell everybody, or what do you got that you would like to say?
I would like to say, come in here, have fun, have a blast, and enjoy yourself. Don't let any words like Riggs says, or like Villain says, or like Tin Man says, or like Heathen. Just come in here, have fun. That's all you need to do, just have fun. Enjoy yourself. That's all we're here for, is to have fun. That's it.
All right, so we're just kind of wrapping up here. Where can we find Damian Cross? Like, I'll let you kind of like.
Where can you find me, myself, you mean?
Well, of course, here on HSP. But
you'll find me in HSP.
For your plugs.
Our little company on 2K22 known as Blood Kingdom. You can even find me around there.
Okay, also on Redbubble.
Go BOH.
All right, so you're pretty much around there. Yeah, let's talk about that. What's Blood Kingdom?
Blood Kingdom is my own heavy metal / horror themed wrestling company on WWE 2K22. And what I do, like say if you had a character, you put your character up. I download you, and all it is, it's AI versus AI, but I do the color commentary. And what I do, I live stream it each and every week to my YouTube channel.
And what's your YouTube channel?
It's just my name, Jody Kidd. All one letter, and all one name. JODYKIDD. And it should be that, and it should have like the picture of like atrocities from like Marvel Comics. So that's my channel that I do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming on here, Damian Cross, aka Jody. My name is Brick Johnson. This is Conquer TV.
Cross.
Huh?
I'm yours truly, Damien Cross.
And you all have a good night.
Catch you on the flip side. All right, very good.